Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Shivani Gupta. You're watching our special India going for gold in the hockey department. I'm joined by former India coach Michael Nobbs, also 2002 Asian Games silver medalist. The last time India were in the final at the Asian Games, Viren Raskina, and of course our consulting editor Boria Majumdar joining us on this show. So the mother of all battles, something that we'd perhaps wanted, something that we'd been waiting for, India versus Pakistan in hockey, in a hockey final at the Asian Games. Nothing gets more traditional and exciting than this. India hoping to end a 16-year-old drought. Pakistan, though, looking to clinch back-to-back golds. We set up this clash for you. The match starts in just under 30 minutes from now.
White finds Mitten. It's Beckley, it's goal number 2.
At the 2014 Commonwealth Games, the men's hockey team clinched silver. Upon returning home to a rousing welcome, the skipper said the team needs to better their performance and settle for nothing less than a gold at the Asian Games. After all, it is one tournament where India has historically maintained a good record of finishing on the podium. They shockingly missed out on a medal in the 2006 Doha Games. But a look back over the last 2 decades, you will know why India start as favourites for a medal.
In front of us, it's just how we avail it from the first match, how we approach the tournament, that's most important. So I really tell that we are really prepared for the tournament.
And up front, there is Mandeep Singh. The Hockey India League was where this youngster took everyone by surprise. He finished as the league's second top scorer and was soon called up by the national team. But the mission after all is not just winning any medal.
मैं बहुत अच्छा करेंगे उम्मीद है क्योंकि ये टूर्नामेंट हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि इससे जीतने से हम ओलंपिक क्वालिफाई करेंगे.
Yes, the team that wins gold at Asiad will directly qualify for the 2016 Rio Olympics. So at Insure, the words of our skipper Sardar Singh sums it up.
और सभी को पता do and die वाला.
Sports Bureau headlines today.
So it's an exciting clash on our hands, the mother of all battles, arch rivals India, Pakistan. Let me go across to Viren first up. Viren, lots of memories must be coming, flushing back to you. You were there in that last final India played.
Yeah, absolutely. I think bittersweet memories in a way back in 2002 at the Busan Asian Games it was. In fact, the Indian team had beaten Pakistan 4-3 in a very exciting semi-final. Gagan Ajit Singh had scored a wonderful winner for us with less than a minute on the clock, and then in the final, I remember again another fantastic game. Korea were leading us 3-0. We came back to make it 3-all, and then unfortunately we conceded a short corner in the last minute of the match, which Korea scored, and we lost 4-3. And unfortunately my dream of winning an Asian Games gold medal remained unfulfilled. But it's been 16 long years since we won that gold medal. So let's hope Sardar Singh and his boys make it count tonight. Every Indian hockey fan is right behind them.
Oh, absolutely. Michael Nobbs, former India hockey coach, is also with us. Michael, you were at the helm many a times when India faced Pakistan. Can you take us through what goes through the coach's mind and, of course, the player's mind when it comes to preparing for a match against Pakistan? It has to be different than the others.
Oh, it is. Look, it's great to be here, and I'm just so excited to watch this match as well. You know, the things that go through your mind is that when you prepare for a normal international match, you go through certain structures and patterns and what you're going to do, but as soon as you come to play Pakistan, everybody seems to forget everything and then just let emotion take control and run. And it's just, you know, the hockey players of the world love these games. And I've had so many phone calls from friends overseas saying they just can't wait to watch this match because the classic games of hockey have always been India-Pakistan. So I'm hoping this one will be just like that, and I'm hoping India win it. It'd be great.
Oh, absolutely. Boria, so much history between these two teams, isn't it? They, of course, won the first, they were in the first 6 finals of the Asian Games itself. 7 finals overall. This is going to be their 8th meeting just in the Asian Games. And, of course, we know the history in the Olympics, the Summer Olympics, Asia Cup, and so on and so forth. Just so much weight on the shoulders of these 22 men.
Absolutely, you know, that is what makes India-Pakistan so special. You're calling it the mother of all battles. Perhaps it's the biggest hockey clash that you can possibly ask for. Spectators can ask for, organizers can ask for. I'm actually surprised that these two teams haven't met in the final since 1982.
Right.
This is quite a surprise to me that, you know, it's been such a long time that these two teams haven't played in the final. But I'm with Viren, I'm with Michael Nobbs. It's a very lopsided panel here, Shivani. Everybody wants India to win and make it to Rio 2016. Sardar's men have come back very well after that defeat against Pakistan. To beat China, to beat Korea, you've got to say you've got to back India today.
Right. Wanting is one thing, Boria. Can India actually defeat the defending champions? Pakistan, Viren, one will have to accept, perhaps start as slight favourites in this one?
Shivani, that's a bit debatable, really. You know, the thing with India-Pakistan clashes is that the form book goes out of the window, really.
But their record in the Asian Games itself,
you know, I'm not a big fan of history, and especially not as a player, I never looked back at results in the past. And if you look back at the Guangzhou 2010 Asian Games, India beat Pakistan in the league stage, yet India got the bronze medal and Pakistan went on to win the gold medal. So, you know, it doesn't really matter what happened in the previous match. Even in the league match, I thought India dominated Pakistan, but they just frittered away many chances. And the Indian team is going to have to be much more tighter in defense and much more sharper in converting their chances. It's going to be, for me, a very equal game. Both sides have got very dangerous players. In my opinion, both sides have weak defenses. So let's hope we see goals galore, but let's hope India gets at least one goal more than the Pakistanis.
Right. Michael, where do you stand on this? As a coach, you have to look at the team's strengths and weaknesses with an objective mind. Yes, this is an emotional clash, but who do you think will start as slight favourites? India's record in the past couple of years hasn't been very good. Let's just keep that in mind. Even though they've got perhaps more wins over Pakistan in the last 2 years or so, overall their record is quite poor against Pakistan in the Asian Games.
Well, I agree with Viren. I mean, history doesn't mean anything. And these young hockey players from India, and you've got to remember that most of these young players have only been, you know, got 100 caps to their belts, and it's taken a couple of years to get them. So India, we've got quite a young but an experienced hockey team now. If you look at the Pakistan team, they are a much older team than our young boys, so they bring experience to it. You know, I'm hoping our enthusiasm, and I agree with Viren. Our young strikers have let us down. You know, they just haven't taken the chances, and they've had plenty of chances, which puts added pressure on the defence. You know, and I've been really pleased how Shrijas has played. I mean, he's kept a clean sheet in the semi-final, and you know, and that's really important for the confidence of the defence. So, and I agree with Viren and Boria as well. I think this is going to be a really tight match, but control. If Sardar plays well, Shrijas plays well, you know, if they can control Abassi, then, you know, I think the edge is going to go to India, and I really hope it does.
All right. Michael Nobbs definitely firmly behind India in this one. Boria, if I can ask you this, of course, all of you want India to win. But when it comes to these clashes, do you remember any time that is, you know, still stuck with you, India-Pakistan hockey match, especially a final?
The 1982 Asian Games. When it's the Asian Games, you know, I remember that memory as a child. I mean, obviously it all came back to us with Chak De India and Niranjan Negi, but that is my first memory. Zafar Iqbal, you know, Mohammad Shahid. It was a famous Indian team, but then Pakistan 7-1. You know, it was the days of Doordarshan when only the thing that we could see was an empty Indian net and the ball in goal. You know, that memory has to be redeemed today, Shivani. 1982 Asian Games in Delhi. It will finally be past Pakistan today. After 28, 30 years, whatever it is, we've got to beat them and forget that memory of the Asian Games at home.
Right, Viren, it's been a long time since India's won that gold. I mean, a traditional superpower at the Asian Games. We've obviously seen hockey spread around the world, and the Asian superhouses haven't really been dominating as much as they did in the past decades. It's been a long time for India. Would they be a little rusty, if I can just call it that?
No, I don't think really that really matters too much. India has been playing, I think, better hockey in the last 1 year. Pakistan has had hardly any international exposure, especially over the last year and a half, where they have not qualified for the World Cup. They did not participate in the Commonwealth Games. They've hardly had any funding. So given those circumstances, I think Pakistan has done really well to come to the finals of this Asian Games. As for the Indians, you know, there are no excuses today if they do not win. They've got the best possible support. We have got some world-class foreign coaches. There's been plenty of international exposure. They have been playing well of late. They must make it count now. We cannot give the excuses of rustiness, lack of exposure, no facilities. Today is the day when the players need to stand up and really be counted.
Oh, absolutely. You know, all players will be gung-ho for this one. And of course, Sadara Singh spoke to us before he left for the Asian Games. He was like, it's do or die for us. So we're going to go for gold and nothing else. They weren't happy with what they won at the Commonwealth Games. They're going for gold in this one. We're going to slip into a very short break. Michael Nobbs, Viren Raskina, Boria Majumdar will stay with us. When we come back, we'll look at specific players, just who are the key men for both India and Pakistan. And also, we have a special story for you, the top 3 moments between India and Pakistan in hockey. You don't want to miss that. So the gold medal match between India and Pakistan. Let's take a look at some of the best moments between these two arch rivals.
Sandy, straight to the goalkeeper and then put away.
The 2010 World Cup was quite a forgetful one for host India. But this win in their opening match against Pakistan is still remembered as one of the best victories.
It's a tremendous, almost fell to Singh once more.
Under the leadership of Rajpal Singh, India dominated proceedings. And the neighbours were no match to the men in blue.
Oh, hello. Mid-hand on the goaltender's glove side, lots of pace.
India netted as many as 4 goals, with Pakistan only managing a late consolation goal.
And now he finally puts one in. Sohail Abbas. Picked up now by Jawad.
22nd August 2003. India scripted a remarkable comeback to trounce Pakistan in the Champions Trophy. Pakistan attacked from the word go, and they managed to take a 2-0 lead in just 20 minutes.
Oh, what a finish! What a stunning goal! And the pattern is very different. This goes in.
India replied in a similar fashion, but at half-time, they were trailing 2-3.
And it opens up a 2-goal.
The Green Brigade restored their 2-goal lead after play resumed. Only a miracle could save India. That's what everyone thought. But what followed, though, was the unexpected. Jugraj's charge, Prabhjot's swiftness and Gagan's skills. India crushing Pakistan 7-4, scoring 4 goals in a span of just 9 minutes.
You would have thought he'd probably done enough, but killing shot some very important goals here. I don't believe it. India are ahead.
15th March 1975, the day Indian hockey touched new heights. Ajit Pal Singh and his men lifted India's maiden world title. The victory couldn't have been sweeter, as it came after edging out their arch rivals for the title. India were 1-0 down at half-time, but fought back to first level the game and then Ashok Kumar's winner helped India beat Pakistan 2-1 in this all-important final. Sports Bureau headlines today.
Like I said, so much history between these sides and so many memories for these arch rivals. Quick comments from our guests finally. Michael, you mentioned Srijesh. Of course, there's Raghunath, there's Rupinder Pal Singh, young players. Who do you think has been key for India so far in this campaign?
Oh, look, I think Srijesh is the real key. I mean, if he doesn't let a goal in, then we've got every chance of winning the game. And he's been playing superbly. Some of the unsung heroes like Brinda Lakra is just a very classy hockey player who values possession of the ball. He rarely makes mistakes. He reads the game beautifully, and he's a very solid contributor. Raghunath, he's very haphazard with what he does. He can destroy your team, or he can win you a game. You never know what he's going to bring out onto the field. Rupinder Pal, I think, has matured into a really good hockey player now. He marshals the defence. He tackles well. He passes well. the real key, I think, is Sardar. Sardar,
Yeah.
I think, in the last game is the first time I've seen him in 12 months actually look like a hockey player. I've been really disappointed. He's gone from second in the world in the last Champions Trophy in Melbourne to, I think, about 18th or 19th in the world. And so, and the last match, he was just how he should be. Now, if he can deliver those passes to the strikers, because if he can get them to those young kids and they can put them away, then India could win this game, you know, comfortably. But that hasn't been the case, and I still think it's going to be a really tough battle.
Right. In fact, actually, Viren, I was going to come to you about Sardar Singh, such a lifeline for the team. If he has a good day, Team India will have a good day.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, of course. Sardar is the pivot of...
Sorry, Viren, that was for you.
Sorry, Barinder.
Yeah, yes, Sardar is definitely the pivot of the team. He's the fulcrum around which the all Indian moves start from, and if he has a driving game forward, if he comes back and helps out in defense, I think he can play a huge role in helping India dominate this game against Pakistan, in creating chances and in closing down the Pakistan forward. So Sardar is going to be very, very key for India, not just in his game but also in inspiring the rest of his teammates to raise their games to a level that is needed to win a final of a major tournament. Right. Because make no mistake about it, this is going to be not just a game about skill, but it's also about controlling your emotions. It's going to be about executing well under a great deal of pressure.
Oh,
and both the teams are going to be under a lot of pressure today.
Oh, absolutely. A game of nerves, really, every time India and Pakistan face, in hockey, in cricket, in any other sport. Boria, final comment to you. Just about 20 seconds left. This is not just about emotions, though, as well. It's about winning that spot for the 2016 Rio Olympics as well.
Absolutely. And for me, it's all in the mind. You know, more than skill, more than whatever, how much do you want to win? Does India want this more than Pakistan? I think they do. Just to digress, when you showed that footage, Viren messaged me saying I was part of that 7-4 victory.
Yeah.
4 years down the line, when we celebrate another Asian Games, we'll get another player who will say I was part of this gold medal winning effort. On that note, we should, Shivani, all of us feel for an Indian victory.
Right, can I ask our guests to give us a final score prediction? Michael, why don't you start? What do you think the scoreline is going to be?
Look, I think I'm going to say a 3-2 victory to India.
We'll take that. Viren? Viren, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I think I would go for a 2-1 with India, but it's going to be a very, very tight battle today.
All right, final word to Boria then. Boria, I'm guessing you can increase the margin by 2 goals maybe. Let's go for that.
I don't care. I just want India to have one more than Pakistan and that 2 inches above in that medal podium. That's all.
All right, that's a good note to end on. Michael Nobbs, special thanks to you for joining us. Also, Viren and Boria. We look forward to all 3 gentlemen joining us again after the match finishes. To keep watching Headlines Today, we'll get you up-to-date analysis of how this mother of all battles goes. India versus Pakistan in a few minutes from now for the gold match, for the gold medal.